Deep within the heart of an old abandoned school building, hidden away from the prying eyes of the modern world, lay a darkness that had been forgotten by time. Over the years, the school had crumbled and decayed, but its secrets remained, lurking within the crumbling walls and echoing down the forgotten corridors. The school had once been a bustling hub of education, filled with the laughter of children, the scratching of pencils on paper, and the echo of teachers' voices. But as the years went by, it had fallen into disrepair, its halls and classrooms left to gather dust and decay. No one ventured there anymore, except for a group of curious teenagers looking for a thrill. It was a cold, moonless night when 5 friends, Sophie, Alex, Lily, Ben, and Mark, gathered at the entrance of the abandoned school. They had heard the rumors about the place, the strange noises, the eerie lights, and the whispers that seemed to come from nowhere. The stories had always intrigued them, and on this fateful night they decided to see if there was any truth to them. As they stepped into the darkened foyer of the school, their flashlights pierced the gloom, revealing cracked tiles and peeling wallpaper. The air was heavy with the scent of mildew and decay, and a chill ran down their spines. "Are we really doing this?" Sophie whispered, her voice trembling. Alex, the bravest of the group, nodded. "Yeah, we are. It's just an old building. What's the worst that can happen?" Little did they know that the worst was yet to come. The group ventured further into the school, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. The whispers, faint at first, began to grow louder, as if the very walls were trying to communicate with them. The friends exchanged nervous glances but pressed on. Their exploration led them to a long, dimly lit hallway lined with rows of lockers. As they passed, they heard the creaking of locker doors, as if someone, or something, was opening and closing them. Goosebumps prickled on their skin and their hearts raced. "Did you hear that?" Lily asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The others nodded, their breaths coming in shallow gasps. They continued down the hallway, the whispers growing louder and more distinct. "Help us." The words seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves, sending shivers down their spines. Sophie's flashlight flickered, and then, to their horror, it went out completely. "Great, just great," Mark muttered, his voice trembling. Alex tried to turn his flashlight back on, but it remained stubbornly dark. Panic began to set in as they fumbled in the darkness, trying to find their way out of the haunted school. But then, as suddenly as it had gone out, Sophie's flashlight sprang back to life. The others followed suit, their flashlights illuminating the hallway once more. As they scanned the lockers, they froze in terror. The locker doors were now open, revealing rows of old, dusty yearbooks. The friends approached cautiously, their eyes widening as they saw the dates on the books. They were from the 1950s, a time long past. Lily reached out and picked one up, flipping it open to a random page. The black and white photographs showed smiling students, frozen in time. But as she turned the pages, she noticed something strange. Some of the students had been circled in red ink, and next to their pictures were handwritten notes that read, "They never left." A cold breeze swept through the hallway, extinguishing their flashlights once more. The friends huddled together in the darkness, the whispers growing louder and more frantic. "Help us, please, now let us out." The voices were pleading, desperate, and filled with anguish. The friends felt a presence closing in around them, a presence that seemed to be reaching out from the very walls themselves. In a panic, they fumbled for their phones and turned on the flashlight apps. The feeble beams of light revealed the source of the voices. The photographs in the yearbooks had come to life. The students' faces contorted in agony as they pressed their hands against the pages, as if trying to break free. The friends screamed and ran, their footsteps echoing through the haunted school. They stumbled into a classroom, their hearts pounding with fear. But the whispers followed them, filling the room with a cacophony of anguished voices. "Stay with us. Don't leave us behind." Alex grabbed a piece of chalk from the teacher's desk and began drawing a circle on the blackboard, his hands trembling. He didn't know what he was doing, but he hoped it would protect them from whatever haunted this place. As he finished the circle, the voices grew louder and more frantic, as if they were trying to break through. The friends huddled together inside the circle, their eyes wide with terror, and watched as the doorknob to the classroom began to turn. With a final, desperate plea, the voices fell silent. And the doorknob stopped turning. The friends held their breath, waiting for whatever had been trying to get in to give up and leave them in peace. Hours passed, and the friends remained huddled together in the darkened classroom, the only sound the beating of their hearts. Eventually, the first rays of dawn began to filter through the cracked windows, and the darkness that had enveloped the school began to recede. With trembling hands, they left the classroom and made their way to the exit. As they stepped back into the cold morning air, they couldn't help but look back at the abandoned school. The whispers were gone, but the memories of that terrifying night would haunt them forever. They had uncovered the hidden truth of the haunted school, a truth that was better left buried in the past. For every school has its secrets, and some are darker than others.